on Afternoon Funds.
Went down to Paradise Garage. Well, I'm from
Some visitors at Minden, Nebraska.
You sit tight, everybody. I'm gonna be there soon. Woo! Right there, guys, just rolling up a doobie. Almost ready, guys. Almost ready! Yo, what's up, everybody? How's it going? Argon Fritz. Woohoo! Thanks everybody for being here. How's everybody doing? Finally meeting my fans. My fans, guys. So many fans out there. I love you so much. Guys, hit me up in the chat. I've integrated this brand new technology in which I can actually view and receive chats during a live stream. This just came out in 2024. Never been done before. Feel free to hit me up. Say hello in the comments. Ask me a question. I'll do my best to answer it. Or you can just request something if you want. I was thinking I have some fun stuff in store. I had some trouble getting some of my older videos, but I can have them. But on the docket tonight, we're gonna watch the Growing Pains movie in 2000. In 2000, the year 2000, apparently, it's hard to believe, they made a Growing Pains TV movie. Growing Pains TV movie. I figure we could watch that together. I could run some commentary on it, if you so please. Some other things, but I wanted to first sing you a song. Yeah, that's right. I'm a singer. Professional singer. Well, maybe not professional. But I was thinking, how fun would it be if I sang you a song? Check. Put a little reverb on there. Oh, perfect. Oh, it's perfect. How perfect. Guys, are you ready? For a little karaoke? You're gonna love it. It's one of my favorite songs of all time. We here? Oh, yeah, okay. All right. What do we got here? Something in the way? What is that? Why do we got this here? What's this blackness? What's this black spot? Who cares, right? Well, I care. It means a great deal to me. You don't know what goes into this. I'm stalling. I don't know why that is. Oh, that's just part of it. Sorry. Okay. Hopefully there's actual fucking music. You guys hear anything? Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paperboy, the evening TV. How'd I get to living here? Somebody tell me, please. This old world's confusing me. With clouds as mean as you've ever seen, and a bird who knows you're true, and a little voice inside you whispers, you don't sell your dreams so soon. Everywhere you look, everywhere there's a heart and to hold on to. Everywhere you look, everywhere there's a place, or somebody who needs you. Everywhere you look, when you're lost out there and you're all alone, the light is waiting to carry everywhere you look. Whoa, that's fucked up. Can you believe that? Thank you. If you don't mind, I'd like to continue the review with another tune. It's a rare condition this day and age to read any good news on the newspaper page. A love and tradition and a grand desire. Some people say it's even harder to find. But there must be some magic clue inside these gentle walls. 'Cause all I see is a tower of dreams, real love bursting out of every sea. And days go by, will fill your heart with tenderness. I will smother you with tenderness. The big love. Dude, they don't have the lyrics, man. What the fuck am I supposed to do with this? Oh, screw you guys. Oh, screw. They don't even have the lyrics. Thank you. Thank you very much. If you like any of this, I don't know what to tell you. Go touch grass. Right? When people say that, isn't that funny? Touch grass, man. Just touch grass. I think we can do this one, right? I don't know this intro. The fuck? This doesn't sound like the right key to me. I'm bailing before it's too late. Guys, I could barely sing the other one. What the fuck, man? Growing Pains instrumental. Do we have the fucking lyrics? This is the best one I got. This is
Show me that smile again.
What the fuck, man? What is wrong with everybody? Theme song karaoke. Growing Pains theme song karaoke. Since when do they not have the theme song karaoke? What the? Guys, it's all right. It's not even the best theme song. It's one of the worst. I don't even like that theme song. Fuck, I wish I could find that theme song. Okay, karaoke. Does this have the lyrics? Guys, I'm so sorry. What a fucking bust, right? I ruined it. My first live stream for my fans, and I ruined it. I ruined it! What the fuck? Well, it's perfect. Nothing to rearrange. What the fuck? Dude, guys, what is that? That wasn't the theme song. Why are they doing this to me? Why are they doing this to me? There we go. Okay. 33 seconds. Dude, am I crazy? Am I crazy? Nothing's gonna stop us now? Okay, look. We're learning together. Nothing's gonna stop us now is the name of the song. Nothing's gonna stop me now. Jesus Christ, man. Perfect Strangers. Nothing's gonna stop me now, karaoke. It's the one time I do this, all of a sudden, they purged all their karaoke. The savages. Gosh. Nothing's gonna stop. I'm just guessing no one has been chatting up yet, so I don't think I'm missing anything. Don't worry, guys. I'm going to sing you the right song. Why would they do this to me? Why would they do this to me? You know? How about this, guys? Fuck, we're learning together. That's what I said. That's what I said. I mean, you know, look at, I can savage this. It's like fucking step by step, New Kids on the Block. Do you know I've seen New Kids on the Block twice? Can you believe that? Twice. I've seen them live twice. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Look, once I saw him when I was, I don't know, like
5 years old, maybe 6. It was one of those things where like I had an older sister and a bunch of cousins, and you know the older kids kind of got a what do you call it, like a group gift thing where that we were all going to. All right, here we go. Yeah, I'll tell you more about that later. Better be fucking hilarious.
Well, I wake up in the morning and as long as I don't warning, I don't think I'll ever make it on time. By the time I grab my bucks and I give myself a look, I'm at the corner just as time to do the bus fly by. It's alright, cause I'm saved by the bell. If the teacher pops some pills, I know I'm gonna spill. And my dog ate all my homework last night. Riding low on my chair, I'm so fucking hungover. If I can handle it tomorrow, it'll be alright. It's alright, cause I'm saved by the bell. AC Slater on the axe. It's alright, cause I'm saved by the... It's alright.
What a fucking disaster, huh? Guys, I've ruined it. I did it. I ruined it. I'm so sorry. Oh, this is a good one. And then, this is the last karaoke song, okay, guys? I promise.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party and invited everyone you do, you would see the biggest gift would be from me. And the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend.
Was that so fucking hard? Was that so hard? Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Wow. That was fun, huh? That was fun, huh? Thanks so much, guys. Is anybody chatting? Nobody's chatting, huh? Chat with me. Chat with me now. Please chat. Chat with me. Someone chat. Someone goddamn chat. Someone goddamn chat. Chat with me. You know, I'll get my chat GPT up here, motherfuckers. That sumbitch never runs out of anything to say. Chat GPT. We're going to talk to that. If you guys can't do it, fuck it, I'll do it live. Fuck it, I'll do it live. I'm not monetized, you know that? I'm not monetized. I don't get any money for this. People are like, I'm watching YouTube. People are like, oh, I can't say the word. I can't say this word. He deleted himself. Kurt Cobain deleted himself in 1994. I'm like, is it worth it? Is it worth it to talk like a toddler? He unalived himself. Guys, I don't know. Look, I never tried to monetize this shit because it's not. What's your stack tonight? I don't know what that means. What does that mean, Patrick? What's your stack tonight? Is that like jargon? Why does my face look so bright all of a sudden? Yeah, Patrick, let me know what you mean. Chems. Chems, like chemicals? Dude, I might be old. I'm an old man. I have a baby now. I don't know if you knew that. Yeah, I had a baby this year. I have a child. Little baby daughter, the cutest goddamn thing you've ever seen. I don't know what you mean by chems. Like, what drugs am I on or something? I don't know. Pot. My Adderall that it's a prescription to Adderall. It's a drug, right? I guess that's still in my system. And I cracked open a coneheadbeer.com. So, cheers to Conehead. I don't make money off of this. Like I said, guy who just edits other footage that doesn't belong to me, I'd have to have some pretty big cojones. Pretty big cojones to try to monetize that, right? So I don't have to say things like unalive or he was a addict. Oh, she was a worker. I'm like, what are you talking about? You run a true murder channel. You just described how 3 children's eyes were gouged out and eaten, and you can't say a sex worker because you're worried about the monetization. Look, is it worth it? It's like what people say. You see these like movies where it's like it's a necessary evil. It's like, what are you doing? It's like a movie scene, right? What are you doing? It's a necessary evil. We have to kill an innocent person to save the entire planet. Maybe it's not worth saving. You ever think of that? Let go. If you have to do something terrible to keep the party going, maybe it's time to end it. That's what I say. If I was like King, it's like, oh, this fucking Lovecraftian elder god is resurfaced. And we have to sacrifice children or he'll eat the planet. Well, it was a nice run. It's not worth it. Like, what are you trying to protect? That's why, like, that would last 5 seconds of in those movies where it's like a moral gray area. I'd be like, look, Earth has been around for a long time. If it comes down to like a necessary evil, I'm just gonna say, hey, maybe it's not worth it. Maybe remaining, maybe first of all, maybe corruption of the soul isn't inevitable. You ever think of that? And maybe, just maybe, if you have to be, if you feel like your only choice to in this world to find meaning is to be Machiavellian or to, you know, step on others, like, maybe it's not worth it. No, there's a limit. There's a hard limit on that shit. Please use a keyframe. What the fuck? My keyframes are fine. Guys, I take umbrage with this keyframe talk. YouTube's trying to tell me my keyframes are all fucked up. Like I don't have enough of them. Don't tell me I don't have enough keyframes. I set it to 1,000 keyframes per second. That's not enough for you? What the? Huh, I tell you. Oh, I tell you. So what I'm gonna do is, I don't know if you're a fan, or if you're one of the people that I gang stalk and I've held you captive and forced you to watch, so there's not only one viewer at a time. If you're not one of those exceptions and you just happen to be an old school fan, first of all, I had some videos taken down. This is like, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna be honest with you. Part of the reason why I quit for so many years was, you know, I was really, every time I would upload something like a classic video of mine, and the ones with the most goddamn views, that was the problem. I was zeroing in on 1 million views, and they chopped like all my 100,000 plus things. Yeah, this is motherfucking. It's yeah. You blocked it? No, I'll block you, motherfucker. YouTube holds all the cards, huh? I'm gonna unalive you, YouTube. That's it. I'm not only demonetized or re-demonetized. I think I'm under arrest. You hear about? Listen. You know, people like Donald Trump, they don't give a shit about freedom of speech. So when I say that you hear a lot about freedom of speech and that there's a real threat to it lately, know that I'm not talking about that nonsense. What I am talking about, however, is what I'm reading about in the paper. This has been going on for goddamn years, first of all. Just let's be clear on that. But, you know, using rap lyrics as evidence, come on, guys. Listen, I'm going to direct you to a group called Two Live Crew. All right, look, band in the USA. I want you to listen to that song because that was like what? That's like 30 years ago. Okay, and they had it right. And they're saying, you know, this is my music. This is my art. You know, do we have to say that? Do we have to remind people of that? Do we? Do we have to? I don't think so. I don't think we should. But yeah, there's people being put on trial. I mean, Jesus Christ. You know, they're like, oh, we don't really have any evidence they're in a gang, but in this song, it sounds like he's talking about killing a guy. It sounds like he's talking about killing a guy. I mean, would you want him to come over for dinner? Then you must convict him of first-degree murder. No, it's not how it works, motherfuckers. Sorry, rant over. You know what I mean? Rant over. I bet you didn't know I was going to come in this hot, huh? Didn't know I was going to come in hot. Well, I don't know how else to do it, you know? I'm going to clue you in on something, though. I was gone for a while. One of the reasons was that all my highest views, I got into this specifically, Argon Fritz, to be anonymous, really, because I am in a, you know, well, not so much anymore because I'm a daddy now. But you know, I was in a bunch of bands and a lot of things that required, they carried with it a burden of like shilling, like you had to like shill your shit, and I've never been good at that because I can't stand it and I can't really fake that. So I'm like, man, wouldn't it be nice to just put something out there, let it speak for itself, and never have to fucking make a flyer or email get an ad campaign. Like, just let it be. Just let it be its own thing. Don't attach it to my name. Like, you know, something that I didn't have to invite my friends to and then feel dejected when they didn't show up at. You know, like playing. I lived in New York City for 15 years, just shy of 15 years. Played in a bunch of bands, and it was like, if you live in Queens, right, or Brooklyn, and you're playing in Manhattan or Brooklyn 3 nights a month, if on a slow month, and you're like, why aren't my friends paying $10 3 times a month to commute 2 hours both ways, grand total, to watch my band play the same 4 songs and then get off stage and be like, man, we sucked. It was a waste of your time. Man, look, Argon Fritz was a breath of fresh air. So when they started, you know, poaching this shit and taking down my biggest videos, like I said, I didn't ever do this for views. I think the first time I even examined the amount of views I had was like a couple years into it. Purposely. I'm more of an anarchist. I don't know if you can tell by I mean a philosophy, but you know, not in the truest sense, I would say. But I just can't do that. I can't play those games. I can't be a phony. And but I was touched and moved by basically the only thing in my life that was picking up steam, consistently gaining clout or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I got addicted to that funky stuff. That funky stuff called success. And then they took down all my videos just as I was about to hit 1 million views or something. It was like, I mean, it had gone up. It was going up so consistently. Like, I suck with numbers, and I was able to look at it and be like, okay, in like 3 weeks, I'm going to be in the millionaire club. And then, like, Saved by the Bell 2, A Hope with Dope was taken down. It was one of my biggest. It was up forever. I fought these things with the copyright strikes. They're like, not only are we going to delete your channel, we're going to go back in time and delete your great-grandfather, delete him, unalive him, so that there's a chain butterfly effect, if you know what I mean. Have you ever heard that term? Butterfly effect? It's a very obscure term. I'm sure you haven't heard it. It was coined by Ray Bradbury in the in the story, The Delicate Sound of Thunder. What is it called? I think that's what it's called. Anyway, let's watch Saved by the Bell Hell 2. That's what it's called? The Hope with Dope. Does that sound good, guys? I feel like that sounds good to me. Because that was my biggest video for a while. It brought a lot of people to the channel. And then they fucking took it down. Well, he who laughs last laughs best. And I'm laughing all the way to the bank. The laugh bank. I'm about to make a massive deposit of laughter in your fucking face. They added, baby. I mean, I just fucking added the thing. You gotta tell me what is it? Ugh. You know, I'm sick of it. I just downloaded the motherfucking thing. What is that? My desktop? There it is. Okay, you guys ready? I'm gonna do this for you. Okay. Hold on a second. Let me just get this lined up. All right, this thing has been off the internet for fucking ever. Those YouTube totalitarians. My God, someone should stop them. They're out of control. They unalived this video so long ago. But I can do whatever I want. So I'm gonna play this for you now. Enjoy, guys, please.
When I wake up in the morning and the alarm gets out of warning, I don't think I'll ever make it on time.
Hey. You guys! Johnny Dakota, my favorite Hollywood hunk, he's here!
Excuse me. Hey, could you tell me how to get to the principal's office?
Oh, sure, easy. The guy's cool. Oh.
Why, because of his Hollywood hype? Come on, he's no different than anyone else. Hey, we all put pants on.
We do? I smell pot. You smell it? Yeah. Yeah. You smell it? Yeah.
Hey, look, it's a roach. Someone's been getting stoned in the bathroom.
Oh, great. And we're just about to shoot an anti-drug spot. Hey, if Johnny finds out about this, it'll blow the whole commercial. That's right. Let me see this.
What's going on here, guys? I need guys like you to help me get the message out, guys.
Hey, deal.
All right. I better get rid of this, guys.
Yeah. I told you he was a great guy.
Yeah, he's okay. Guys, I'd like to hear what you think about drugs. Guys, Screech, you go first.
Oh, I hate drugs. But my doctor says I gotta keep taking them.
He's talking about illegal drugs like pot, cocaine, pot.
Oh, I don't know anything about those.
See, that's an honest answer.
Dumb, but honest.
You want to know about dumb? My brother used drugs to get high and drive to the beach. Now I have to get high and drive to the beach. He's in a wheelchair. I'm working on something here.
You know, that kind of thing happens a lot. Hey, remember Len Bias and cocaine? Star had everything, including cocaine. But one night he had too much cocaine, and his heart stopped. Cocaine.
Same thing happened to John Belushi.
Cocaine.
I just don't get it. I don't know why people do it.
Cocaine.
I had a problem with drugs that were legal. I got hooked on caffeine pills so I could stay up and study. Ugh, I hate coffee. Susie, can I have another cup, please?
So why are you drinking it?
What else is he gonna do with the coffee, Zach?
Use your head as a donut and dunk you in it. Dunk you in it. Dunk you in it.
I'm drinking coffee to stay awake. I've been up half the night studying for geometry, and I still don't get it.
Jessie, put the books away. The test isn't until Friday. Come on.
Relax. Come on. Let's shower, okay?
Tonight, we're gonna make it happen. Tonight, we'll put all other things
Johnny!
Yeah.
What are these for?
I need him to stay awake to study. I got them today at the drugstore. They're just like coffee, except they don't taste as bad.
It says right here they may be habit forming.
They're harmless. They sell them over the counter.
That doesn't make them safe. You shouldn't be taking these.
Maybe you're right.
Sample version only. Sample version only.
You ladies, you guys are awesome. Do that tonight. We're on our way.
Yeah!
All right, Screech, when the producer gets here, make sure he sits right in front of the stage.
Yeah!
Got it. All right. Lisa, you'll bring the costumes.
I'll pick you up, okay?
Yeah!
Good, good. Everyone, be here by 7. Jesse will come together. Okay, hands in a circle for love. 1, 2, 3, Hot Sunday!
Yeah, we'll be great. We'll be awesome. We'll knock him down, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah!
Jesse?
What time is it? I have to take my geometry test. The geometry test. The geometry test.
Why, you already took the test. You're singing tonight.
No time! There's never any time! I need them.
You can't sing tonight.
Yes, I can! I'm so excited! I'm so excited!
It's a real soul-searching moment, deciding whether to put that "I'm so scared" in this.
Not only did I hurt myself, I hurt myself.
This is really good stuff. Hey, yo!
I'm working on something here.
Lisa, why do I have to come along if you want to meet Johnny?
Because with you by my side, it will be easier for me to talk to him. Oh.
I want to invite you to a party at my house tonight. In fact, everyone's invited.
Hey!
All right.
Wow, my first Hollywood party. I wonder if drugs are gonna be there.
Hey, Preppy!
Why don't you introduce me to your two friends, wink, wink?
Why, sure, girls. This is AC Slater.
Ladies.
My driver.
Hey there.
Hi.
Did anybody ever tell you you look firm?
It's my elbow. I work out. Let's move over here before we catch this guy's cold.
Hey, guy.
Got some good stuff here.
Oh, hey, thanks, man. Hey, Johnny.
Guys, I'm back.
Dillinger video, the Christ Dillinger.
What's going on?
Nothing, Zach. Let's go home.
Oh, stay. It's early. Hey, Zach, want a hit?
You smoke pot?
Yeah, sure. Who doesn't?
I don't.
Oh, come on. Are you serious?
Yeah, we're serious. Come on. Let's go back.
Hey, Zach, man. Today's the big day. Did you brush your teeth for those close-ups?
Johnny, we gotta talk.
We'll talk later. There's no time. We got a spot to...
No, Johnny, shooting this commercial just doesn't seem right after what happened last night.
It was just a little pot.
How can you smoke pot last night and tell these kids not to do it today?
Look, what I do at home is my business. Come on, buddy, lighten up. What do you want from me?
Don't do this commercial.
Forget it, friend.
No. Not your friend.
Did the right thing. I am very proud of you guys.
What is going on?
I guess this means NBC won't be shooting the commercial here.
Bummer.
Hold on a minute.
What is going
Bummer.
I know somebody at NBC that just might be able to help us.
Bummer.
Hi, I'm Brandon Tartikoff, chairman of NBC Entertainment.
Cut. That was great.
All right.
Dumb.
Stupid.
Crazy.
Stupid.
Dangerous.
Dumb.
Dangerous.
Crazy.
In one word, would I use dope?
Hi, I'm Brandon Tartikoff, chairman of NBC Entertainment. And I've got a hit idea for the new fall season.
Do
drugs.
Beautiful stuff.
There's hope with dope.
Do drugs.
Thank you so much. All right, guys. I hate to inform you, but I've been replaced with the badass version of me, of Argon Fritz. So, no more Mr. Nice Guy. Capiche? Wow, this just became Tim and Eric all of a sudden. I'm like playing this shit, and I'm like, capiche? No, did I put the capiche in the new video? Yeah. You play hide and capiche. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. But of course, I'm well aware of Tim and Eric. And I just had like a moment where I was like, just that word and this music did it for me. What is the Reddit? It's like unintentional Tim and Eric, or not Tim and Eric. That thing dried up in like a week, huh? It's like, hey, let's have a subreddit where we can look at all the terrible video that Tim and Eric masterfully emulate, but without any of the charm or entertainment factor. Remember, they're just dressing up good concepts in a vintage, package. The real thing sucks. You got to be a guy like me to be into that crap. I can't tell if this non-royalty music is actually. I think it's just saying it's. I think it's like it's just like a pastiche. Like it's not really from the era. Yeah, man. I don't know if this is a real vintage background music selection that I pulled up, or if it's like just a canny imitation. But I wanted to talk some things. So we had a nasty porch. I almost called you nasty lunch. I guess that's my own hang up. I'm a big lunch hater. Not a fan of lunch necessarily. So when I see nasty, I think lunch. They didn't take down I'll you know what I'll do? So some of the more recent videos that populated my channel prior to my triumphant comeback, I made private to kind of, first of all, I just like towards the end of my first run, I put up a couple things that really were just things I was trying out. Like I joined Vine one day before it closed. Like I was like, oh man, this Vine thing, I bet you that's where it's at, and it shut down. It nuked it immediately. But I just wanted to keep the channel a little cleaner, so that people, when they look down the list or whatever, if they are coming upon the channel for the first time, it just looked like a lot of noise there. So I took, and also I mistakenly thought that the Christ Dillinger music video had 13 views. It had like 13 likes, which is not like, it didn't exactly set the internet on storm. This motherfucker, Christ Dillinger, every other video he's ever put out instantly gets like 16,000 views. The one that I do for him, like 400 in its entire lifespan. Somehow it's immune to like another person's success. It's just funny. It's not like he lives in Astoria. He lives in Astoria. I just ran into him like around and just would talk to him. I was like, "Hey, oh yeah, what's up, man?" Because he was always talking about his music. Because he hustles it. That's his. I mean, this kid has a lot of money. I'm like, this kid's like half my age. What the fuck is this guy doing? He's making music all day, every day, and hanging out with his friends. And his group there, they're just doing it. But I just ran into him a million times in Astoria, Queens, or maybe like 5 times. And we got to talking. I said, oh yeah, I do video and stuff. I do music. And I think I was actually I was talking to him about who makes his beats. Because I had a particular song that I thought could use like a grimy aesthetic, which I was capable of, but not enough. Like I really needed their zero fucks mentality. But it just ended up being that I did a video for him, and yeah, it was like the only video he's ever made that didn't like immediately clear billions of views. I'm like, it's not like I said. I mean, it was kind of a pain in the ass, but it was experimental. If you watch that video, I'll put it back up. If you watch that video, it's all the very already 10 years out of date at the time technique data moshing, which was, I mean, it was fun. I never really, I spent a lot of effort learning the technique, only to realize that like a Madonna video was doing it, and they had like 6 fucking dudes. Like, it's a breathless kind of endeavor. You're removing frames and certain like indicator frames, or whatever you want to call it, so that it basically, it doesn't know the video, the compression and stuff, like whatever algorithm doesn't know to keep. But basically, you know, like how they compress video is like they don't it's not every bit of the video reproduced. Like if the background doesn't move, they don't do anything. Like it knows to like just, it's basically you're watching like a still version of, like, it's like a deconstructed version of whatever you're watching, but you wouldn't notice it unless these certain, I don't know if it's iframes or p frames. It's been like 5 years, one or the other. You basically have to, through a series of like routing the software, like in very specific converters, media converters or whatever, encoders. There's like one, like, what is it, FFMEX? It was something stupid, man. It's like you have to do it this one way or it won't work, because no other program will let you get in there and detect which frames are which. And basically every now and then there's like a frame, and if you remove it and then do some other things, you can copy and paste the previous frame, then you get that effect where, like, yeah, like Lord Zed or General Zod or whatever is like, you are not alone. You are not alone. Remember in Man of Steel? Hello? That's what they made Superman an emo. Remember that? He was an emo. He's like, "Miles around the Chris Cornell and a dirty Americana vibe." God, man, those movies, Man of Steel. Jesus Christ, I used to defend that movie. I'm embarrassed to show it to my wife. She's like, Superman 1. she's like, I fucking love that movie. Why didn't someone show me that as a kid? She's always like, let's watch Superman 1 and get pizza. We never do it because, well, I want to keep it special. I'm like, maybe in 5 years. No, we're going to do it soon, guys. Don't worry. I promise. No, but she loves the Superman. I'm like, I'm embarrassed to show her the Man of Steel. Zack Snyder's The Man of Steel. That thing is, dude. It sucks so bad. It sucks. I used to like that as a kid, but I'm a grown-ass man now. I've got a baby. I'm not going to walk around pretending like that's a good fucking movie. I've got a kid now. You know? I got a kid now. I can't be like... Yeah. Anyway, do you guys want to do one more thing before I go? I don't know if you guys are going to care, but I thought it'd be fun because literally I was like, what can I do? Because this is an experiment. I'd like to do this more. I'd like to show new stuff. I'd like to curate other people's stuff. Make it like a public access channel. Because, folks, the news is I'm coming back harder than ever. My fingertips, it's amazing. So I quit. I didn't think I'd ever do this again. I didn't even log. I couldn't read my emails. I couldn't, like, for years I have not read Argon Fritz emails. I didn't log in. Because it's like, you know, for me it was like a piece, like it was like a, you know, YouTube was like a gallery, you know, it's like I had my residency or whatever. I felt like something like that. I just, not to be pretentious, I just relate it to the art world. I had the misfortune of being dragged into the gallery life in New York for a while, so I had to go to openings all the time. I meet these artists that are like just making bank. I don't even have like an attitude about it at all. It's only in retrospect now I'm like, these people are fucking loaded. You know, charmed the pants off of them, big and small, baby. You know, I have that outsider energy, or whatever you want. But I'm just saying, like, I did look into having a show, so, you know, and doing like an installation, just because I think the best art is like, I mean, I've been in museums and seen shit that makes me laugh my ass off. It's not all stuffy. I don't have a thing like, oh, bro. It's like, no, but I think it would be cool to have like a fucking, I mean, one of the things I had was going to be what is it, the connector, like the Wii things fit or whatever that they detect ghosts with. Like, it shows dead people now, but it was intended to be like for exercise. It was like that motion tracking shit. I was going to have a thing where you could like, first of all, you could morph and the characters in a scene. You'd kind of be mapped to like Joey or something, Uncle Joey. Well, he's just Joey. It's Uncle Jesse. But you kind of be mapped to a character, and then if you moved around, it would like smush their bodies, or like a Dance Revolution type, like dance pad, like steps / you know, arm movement detection, and then you could just like literally cut the scene. Like you could go like, you know, move certain movements with. And you'd be in front of a big screen. We're talking a gallery would foot the bill for this, man. I just like think it up. This never happened, by the way, but just to give you a glimpse of what could have been and what might be. But one of the things that I wanted to do was, yeah, like you'd go into a room and I don't remember that fucking artist. The guy he was at LACMA. He had like all the light based shit. He was an architect too, but he had like a light room. I've dipped out of the art world for so long now. Not that I was ever in it. I was dragged into it. You know, like you walk into a room, it's just a big screen, immersive screen. You know, not so big that it's like 8 feet tall, but, well, maybe 8 feet tall, in fact. But not something that like you know, you get the picture. You're kind of like life size with, but it would be like you'd walk into a sitcom. The second you walk in, it'd be like ha ha ha, and you get like laughter, and like you can't see the audience. You're kind of, I mean, it would kind of play like the Volume or whatever, only, you know, made by not Disney and not $400 million per square inch or whatever. But you know, the Volume, it's what they make all those movies with now. It's like the in camera, they actually do a lot of background removal post. But what it is good for is like lighting and stuff. And I guess if your actors can't play pretend and they need to like feel like they're really hanging off a building, the Volume comes in handy for that. Me personally, I'd find it distracting, or I just want to take Molly and just hang out in there, you know, or something. Like it's their club. I mean, the Volume, but the Volume is Disney's proprietary technology, a novel wall of basically billions of, or maybe not billions, but millions of little pixels. It's like an LED screen, but like with a, you know, it's like the equivalent of like 10,000 thread sheets. You know what I'm saying? It's like 10,000 million dots. So anyway, you'd walk in, but you'd be able to manipulate. And the thing is about this idea, it's not meant to win the G4 fucking innovation of the year. It's art. It's not perfect. What little I looked into it, it was actually way fucking easier to accomplish than I would have thought. It would take a zero budget, other than, you know, screens and shit, but just like nothing that is particular, like nothing that we wouldn't maybe need to show any kind of video installation. Anyway, I had ideas for doing an actual installation little thing at a gallery. Don't know where I was going with that. However, I thought it'd be fun if we perhaps watched a little of, because I remember this sort of as a kid, but when I was trying to, yeah. So earlier when I was like thinking of like shit to do tonight, and I was just like, I kind of didn't really need to feel like I had a lot to do. I just was kind of, this is like an experiment, or at least like a little infant step towards seeing how this works, how this feels. But one of the things I thought about out of nowhere. Now I wasn't thinking, oh, I want to do commentary. It didn't cross my mind. But I was like, what should I do tonight? And it was like this memory of a Growing Pains TV movie. Now it's not even this one. The one I saw looked like it was shot on PAL, you know, like PAL, like that European format of television. Basically makes everything look like a Hammer's like House of Horrors, whatever. Or a bit like the old Doctor Who episodes. Nightmares, guys. But I remember one like that. It was, in fact, a European vacation involved. And I think Kirk Cameron's character got a Colombian necktie at one point. It was really weird. I think Brian De Palma directed. No, it was a TV movie, but this wasn't this one. But this idea flashed in my head. Do a commentary over that Growing Pains TV movie. And I found one of them, a Growing Pains TV movie, from 2000. I'm intrigued, guys. Color me intrigued. We're going to watch a little bit of it, and then I'm going to dip out. I want to do this again. I want to get you involved. Look, it's a natural progression. I'm surprised I didn't think of it. I've been, since the pandemic, live streaming my other, it's another project, but I singer-songwriter, I guess you could say, if singer-songwriters weren't total dweebs, but that'll have to do. But I've been live streaming, kind of trying to, if not master, then just become an auteur or at least an enthusiast of like OBS, and similar ilk and live streaming. So I've amassed quite a diverse and robust bag of tricks. So I was like, Argon Fritz needs this. I'm like, I'm jazzed about it, guys. Look, I'm back. I'm not fucking. I'm in it to win it. I feel like the first go around, the first 10 years was chicken shit. It was child's play. 2. Play harder. And this is the real deal. This is the real shit right here. In my head, I was like, oh, it's gonna be like Twin Peaks: The Return. That's just my frame of reference. But no, I got all the energy for it. It came to me in a dream, like I was saying earlier. I'm so sorry. I quit doing this. I wasn't gonna do it ever again. Not like out of anger. I just stopped doing it for various reasons, including my shit getting poached and like 2 laptops dumping out in the middle, like a breakup, a fucking spinal injury, losing my job, moving from New York, basically having a year of my personal pandemic before the real one. Like, I was working from home, then I was like quarantined because I was like, if in New York you remind anyone of their own slippery position in life, you become a bit of a pariah. Like, if you fall in hard times, this is not my callous observation. This is my psychiatrist, who was a renowned fucking dude. I kind of got lucky to be able to spend a year with him. Not consecutive. I wasn't like institutionalized. I just went to a therapist, which is good for everybody. But he recognized the situation I was in, and he was just like, hey man, this is a phenomenon. He's like, I've had patients, several, with a variation on, because I lived in Boston at the time. He's like, and he'd popped around. He wasn't always in Boston, but he's like, I've seen this before. It's a thing. New York is a real high wire act. And you know, like I fucking toughed it out. I made it for 15 years, you know, and you get really proud of that. But as soon as someone's like, man, I'm gonna have to go fucking move, and like, you know, and it reminds you of like how everything can come crashing down on you. You being like not an evolved person in this case, just this hypothetical like not evolved person who's emotionally intelligent. They kind of just like ooh, and I think it was like I went through a breakup which really didn't divide our friends, but like they're like, oh, we're divided now. It's like no one said you had to, and also you were kind of all my friends anyway first, and that's fine either way. But it was like a weird thing where like I think well there was no overt mention of anything like that. It was like all of a sudden I was like chopped liver. This is a dude who could barely walk. Look, I'm better. This is years ago. But I had a fucking I had an injury in my back, my spine. I have a chronic condition. This was all kind of news to me. It was long story short, it was an old injury that ended up being worse than originally thought, and kind of the imaging technology got to the point where they were able to actually figure out what it was as it really deteriorated. So I was just in a year and a half of like agony, and but it was kind of the kind of pain that like it's nerve pain. So no one was giving me anything, and I don't like pain medication anyway. I'm an uppers guy. But seriously, I don't like it. So I'm never going to get doped up. It gives me a tummy ache. It's not fun for me. I don't want to sleep. You know, just off the top of my head, I think sleep is like tiny slivers of death. How I loathe them. I just made that up. But, or something like that. Edgar Allan Poe. You ever heard of him? Anyway, guys, the fucking long story short, I'm so sorry, is that Argon Fritz was dead and buried in my head. I was cool with it. It wasn't like a fucking angry thing, but I was like, I just felt like it slipped out of my hands. And I couldn't even look at my my anything. I couldn't look at the emails, you know what I mean? I couldn't even check in to see how my subscribers were doing. 'Cause it was painful. It was just not, it wasn't like, oh my God, I fucking can't handle this, but like, I just didn't need it. I didn't need to like see something that had a beautiful, place in my life, but from a distance, like as if this lively kind of heady trip was now just a slideshow. It's like, no, I don't need it. I don't need to be reminded. It was enough to occasionally get the impression that the channel was growing. But the fucking craziest thing happened, and this is why I'm back. I simply had a dream out of nowhere, and it was a hyper-realistic dream. And I used to, and in it, it's just me. POV, very weird for dream, for me, I feel. I feel like there's some element that's like soaring above it, or at least third person at some point. But this was like slice of life shit, folks. In the dream, I'm in my current house with my current family. No one has a mohawk or webbed feet. We're fucking everything is normal. Rare in a dream as well. And I don't dream that often, or I don't remember them. This was lucid shit. And in the dream, I'm simply going into the real basement in my house, circa right now, like this. And I go downstairs, and I go on thepiratebay.org, which is where I used to download like Full House episodes. I haven't even thought about it. But it was such realistic. My fingers were doing it. And the links were like all alive again, because last I remembered, that shit was dead. I couldn't even get episodes of Full House anymore. And like, laptop troubles, I used to have them all downloaded, like every episode. But needless to say, like, that was like another issue. It was the scarcity, and like, it was just before like screen capturing became a thing, and now of course we're long past that being effective, because they can get around it. But my point being, in the dream, I go to thepiratebay.org or whatever it is, that fucking torrent site, like it's the mid 2010s or something. And in the dream, I click on it, and like, I mean, it's hard to tell, because sometimes I think dreams are great at being just the kind of blank slate that you're like, I dreamt last night of this day entirely. You see that stuff on like 4chan, you're like, no, you had a dream that you psychically predicted a day, forgot half of it, and then remembered that you had that sensation, and it's the sensation you feel now, but you did not predict your day in a dream. Except for this time I fucking did. And in the dream I thought, whoa, these links are open? Last time I tried to download, there was no seeders, there was nothing. And that site went down for like a couple years. At least it was like real dodgy. I don't even know when it became consistent again. But so in the dream, I just download it, and it's all in a row. Notice, no hesitation. Download like these episodes, throw them into Premiere Pro, which in the dream it was Premiere. I opened Premiere Pro, which I have on my computer for other projects I was doing. And in the dream, I just started editing Argon Fritz again. And I was like really excited about it and really inspired in the dream. And it was just like effortless. And I woke up, and it was just that's what I was left with. I had no choice. I was excited. Like, the dream just created a fake scenario that actually, like, it manufactured Inspirato, dude. It totally just generated Argon Fritz out of the ether again, and like imbued me with that fucking that's why I said like I'm going hard, because I know when it's back. I know I've darted around from, you know, producing comedy shows and hosting a, you know, fictional podcast thing, real character-y, sticky stuff, to all the way to like real serious music things, all the way to like funny, insane, like trippy music, acid projects with like its own metafictional layer, or just like really earnest things. I've tried a lot of different things coming from different points of view, and I still do them all. I still have a lot. I wear a lot of hats. Unfortunately, they all end up being tossed into a basement of obscurity somehow, no matter what I do. I haven't tried waving my dick around in Times Square. Maybe that'll get a response. I'm so sorry for being crass. But yeah, the stream like manufactured Inspirato. But I've had it. I've had projects, and it's not that I'm dissatisfied. I love these projects, and sometimes I very much long for them again. You know, something that just had the spark. And Argon Fritz was my, just always had the highest like kind of reverence in my hat. I was just like, it's the purest thing. I did it for me, but it did touch people. I know, because like, you know, I had a fan send me a fucking video of his, I mean, this guy's a really cool guy. I won't say his name just in case, because I didn't get a chance to ask him, but he sent me a video of his bachelor party and all him and his fucking friends. I've never met these people. They were doing like, he matched up like their like quoting of Argon Fritz moments in like Vegas with the clips from the video. These guys were like having the time of their life as this like seminal moment, and it was like Argon Fritz themed. It fucking touched me like nothing else. So I held this shit in high regard, but it was like over. It was like I hung up my hat. I didn't think I could even do it again. I thought, and also Final Cut, this is how old it was. Final Cut updated to fucking Final Cut X. That pissed me off, man. That ruined it. I did not have it ruined it. And I was poor for a little while. I'm more poor now than ever, but I'm craftier and I have my tools when I get money. So I have fucking Premiere Pro. I made sure I have my fucking tools before I go broke, because life has its ups and downs. But one thing is for sure, I didn't think I'd do it again. This dream made me do it again, and I've done a lot of different projects, and I've been tempted to dip my toe into something that a past identity or a past kind of, and you can't fake it. I know when I have it again, because you just know. And I have Argon Fritz is like alive, and I've already edited like 40 minutes of fucking shit. Problem is I went about it in a way. I'm a little behind schedule, because I was gonna put out the second one on New Year's, but it's gonna be this week sometime. But I have a trilogy of Full House Hell coming out, and I'm not stopping there. I'm gonna let it go wherever it goes. But for some reason, somehow, the dream world fucking was like, guys, Argon Fritz is back. It forced me to. I didn't think about it. It was the weirdest thing. I've never had anything like that happen, where I dreamt about being inspired by it. And then the fact is, I woke up and went down to thepiratebay.org. Well, I didn't go there. I went to the website. And yeah, of course, all the links were alive again. It was exactly how the dream was. I let it play out. And the fact that I did it so mechanically, because I was like, this is exactly how it happened. I can't believe this is happening. I was like, that's how I was in the dream. There was nothing. I was like that weird energy I had. Now I recognize what it was. So it was, I don't know. But it was not of this earth, maybe. So what can I tell you? I cannot imagine one person could have sat through that rant. I'll get better at this. But let's watch one scene, the opening scene of Growing Pains, the movie, the motion picture, I guess. The Growing Pains movie from 2000, starring the Growing Pains. You know them, you love them. But no, seriously, we'll do a little commentary for a second. I'll make good on that. All right, let's watch. Just 5 minutes or something, because I want to.
Hi, Jason Seaver here, live from Washington,
hi.
D.C., where we've lived for
Alan
the past
Thicke
8 years
here.
now. It's a great place to live if you're a psychiatrist.
If you're a
Never
psychotic.
shortage of depressed people in this town. Shh, that's me. Yes, I do take new patients. Well, I have no openings on Wednesday. I'm sorry. That's my busiest time, the day after Election Day. Good luck
What?
to
That's
you,
your
Senator.
busiest time, like ever, or is there
I'll start
election
with my
days
bride
that
of almost
frequently?
30 years. No, it's been a while, but that's not her. There you go.
Maggie
finally
Malone.
got her dream job. Press secretary for the
Maggie
next congressman from our old
fucking Malone.
district in New York, Mac Robinson.
Who's Mac Robinson? Mac Robinson. I did a good Alan Thicke the other day. I don't know where I lost it. I'm Alan Thicke. Ooh.
Retired persons,
The
often
fuck?
nervous, with reason about Washington, D.C.,
Never a dull moment.
Why does it have...
you will not be forgotten. Mac Robinson
no-
does not forget his friends. And if you give me those votes, I guarantee it'll be the best investment.
Yeah, these
you
titles,
ever made.
man.
Thank you very much.
No frills
Always
is
wants
an
to know how
understatement.
Mike turned out.
It's like, I feel like I'm watching an episode of MacGyver. Oh, look at this motherfucker. Chelsea Noble. So, I haven't met her, but she has connections to my town, my hometown. It's pretty funny. Her family had a cell phone company at the mall. They're rich on cell phones, and they're
God bless America. Even a C-minus student can end up with a corner office.
Kurt Cameron's the biggest tool in history. Holy shit. Let's let the only rich kid in our family. Tracy Gold. Do you think this is like, you know how bands get back together to like raise money for the one that fucking lost it all but is clean now? Not to shit on Tracy. I don't mean to be rude about Tracy Gold, but I feel like somebody in this called up the other ones is like, I'm gonna let's get the band back together. I need to get some liquid cash as soon as fucking possible. Getting sued. Ooh. Is that fucking Sir Ben, what's his face? All done. This looks like a Tim Heidecker character. Speaking of.
Our baby. She's now 17 and keeping us young.
So this is interesting. I wonder if this helped relaunch, or prolong the career of this young lady. Because she, if you recognize, I mean, she did go on to be an adult actress, the little girl from the show.
As for me, while getting my psychiatric
Like she
practice off
found
the
success. I
ground
can't
in
remember.
city,
I'll
I
give you
started a
some
second
little
career
city.
writing books. The Dr. Dirk Hollister Mysteries.
The Dr. Dirk Hollister
As of
Mysteries.
today, I've written 7 books.
7 books?
Make that 8.
The end. That's 8 books.
In New York City to see my
Grand
publisher,
total of
I've got some
14
family
pages.
visits with Mike and Carol.
I would love it if, like, you know, like the lunatics running the asylum now, like, Dr. Seaver is really just like sentenced to be institutionalized, and he's like just sending these books like out to his editor, but it's really to his orderly.
Who really wants to be snuggling up next to the corporate hatchet man, right?
You know, it's a shame a guy with so much charm had to reveal himself to be a snake. Because look at the talent. I mean, what a loss. You know, some of the greats, Jimi Hendrix, you know, Jim Morrison, Jimmy Joplin, they die of drugs. It's a shame. It's a waste.
That was you?
This is similar to me. I mourn the loss of this very charismatic. I mean, you know, if you want to see just how talented and captivating Kirk Cameron is. Just watch him dance. Watch him dance circles around a young Leo DiCaprio, who made his debut on Growing Pains.
Great. Where are you gonna take her?
I mean,
Well, not me. We.
you'd shoot him up and spit him out for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a midnight snack. Yeah. Yeah. Can you imagine if like that specific of a phrase was repeated so many times? Because you've heard it 11 times before you even try to start like memorizing it verbatim. Like a maddening amount of times before you're like, I'm going to memorize it so I can fucking say it back to him in hopes that he stops saying that really specific sentence verbatim.
You know, I wish I wasn't going to be so busy that week. I have a major merger coming.
A major merger? Oh man. A major merger? That's even bigger than a minor merger. And bigger still than a medium merger. This is the worst thing ever. They literally like, yeah, we'll do a Growing Pains reunion, but you have to buy us lunch, and then we have to shoot at the restaurant. We're gonna pause here, guys. Look, again, I can't imagine anyone stayed tuned this whole time, but if you did, God bless. You know, not that I have to sell you on it. It's destined to stand on its own two legs or not. But I'm going to attempt to innovate here and kick the tires and ride the white snake and kick ass and chew bubble gum or whatever. But, you know, we're going to experiment with this format and see what works, see what doesn't. But I'm going to do more of a film fest type of thing going forward, but I want to thank everybody sincerely for joining me tonight, and what hopefully, if like I expect I've gotten 300,000 views, then I'll do another one. Anything short of that, I mean, obviously it's not worth it. I haven't checked the views now, but I'm sure many people at home, yeah, that's a bad idea. I'm sure many people at home are smiling coyly because they know that I've already probably surpassed that number long ago. I'm probably up to 500,000 views on the live stream now. Like I said, I haven't checked, but almost a foregone conclusion. But technically, if I get 300,000 views, I'll do this again. So I don't think we probably had much trouble getting that. But again, I'll look at the numbers right now. Let's see. See how many viewers we've had. 21. Is it 1,000? Is there a K missing? Views 21? Oh, we bombed. Oh, this is a disaster. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. We're not I'm never doing this again. No, this is terrible. Wasting my time. No, I'm just kidding. I love you guys. Hey, Babe Parker. Well, looky here. Right as I'm about to sign off, Babe friggin' Parker comes to the party. That beautiful, beautiful woman stole my heart. What I am gonna do is I have a setup here to make VHS tapes of Argon Fritz. I'm gonna do some, like, I was gonna say commemorative. I don't know. I'm not dead. Not to commemorate, but like, yeah, it's not an Elvis. It's not a. Although it would be fun to do one of those TV like COLIN like mail order things. An Elvis plate made from elephant tusk. You could probably put it on something, mount it on the wall. I mean, I hope you don't live near earthquakes, but here's an Elvis plate. They used to, what did they say, like, I don't think it was a Franklin Mint. That was another one, but they used to sell some shit, man. I used to be at my Aunt Tina's house. She just had like the antenna TV. She's like my great aunt. She was like 80. She's an old Italian woman. go over there as like just the antenna TV. You'd be selling plates, coins. So like, look at this giant coin. It's a duck, but it's like an endangered duck, and the Franklin Mint basically shit their pants and threatened to pack it up for good because they were so afraid they could never top this mallard duck coin that you old people are gonna shell out $25 for. It's basically, I mean, look, it's gold. It's not exactly, you know, see, it's gold plated like it was gonna be put under an electron microscope. Doesn't count. But yeah, I don't even know if that was coherent, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll tell you what, maybe this will go viral overnight. And then, for crying out loud, I can justify doing this again, even if I don't get 300,000 views. Guys, I'm kidding. The fuck? I'm kidding, right? You know that, right? You know that, right? That I was just joking? I don't care if I have 300,000 views. I'm already dead inside. There's nothing that can help me. It's not going to change anything. You think if I go viral, I'm suddenly gonna be like, oh, all's well that ends well? No. Not until I take my revenge first. Oh, my wife said she'll watch this 300,000 times. But what I was going to say is I'm going to try to find ways for subscribers. Like, just, I'm not going to make you jump through hoops, but I'd like to give away some collections of actual VHS tapes. Like, I'll send you. I'll try to do something. Maybe, primarily, I hope through this format because it just makes sense as like a giveaway. I can't be relied upon to like be expedient in responding to any comments in the video, but I'm thinking we could do like a trivia thing or question on the next one, or like a little fun thing, and I'll be like, okay, and then I'll like DM you or whatever, and I'll get your address if you're a winner, and then I'll send you a VHS tape with like a few Argon Fritz things. I'll put some exclusive shit on there. I'll tape over like I have like all these like old episodes full of crap. So I'll put like 5 minutes of Big Brother from 2004 on there for you. Or, you know, you never know. But the point is I've already started kind of bringing the Argon Fritz vibe to the material world. Like, I've been experimenting with little tchotchkes and stuff, like a little TV with LED lights. I was thinking like a little, it's cool. It's a prototype. But in these intervening years, I've learned to fabricate items to a degree. I'm just trying to put that to use, but I feel like there's something now going back to Argon Fritz. It's like analog. It's like warm. But it's tactile. Feels like, mostly because of the strain it puts on my wrists and necks, and also because I went so long, I'm not gonna edit, but next time I'm going to, well, let's see, is it possible? I'm gonna do some editing with you. I just think that'd be fun to like like the video I'm working on, like put the finishing touches on, almost like also like kind of like a tutorial, you know. I don't know. I've tuned in for not that, but people kind of like demonstrate, like kind of entertaining you at the same time they're kind of, you know, walking you through the process. Anyway, I love you guys. I want you to know you're special to me. You're super special. Let's see. I'll give you a little preview of the next one. What do we got here? I'll give you a little preview. I'm almost done with this one. I don't know which. I usually have a few different timelines going at the same time, so I can see it from a few different perspectives. I have some that I chop up the most, but I have ones that I have more of a sacred timeline, if you will. Oh, thank God. For a second, I thought the sound was wrong. I'll just show you a little bit of this. Let's see what you think.
Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. Well, hamburgers, 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 hamburgers,
It's unpolished, folks. This is like 3/4. This is like before it's mastered or like trimmed up to like.
Great. Listen to my English.
Someone who's interested.
Great.
I got kept after school. I stayed at my desk for 15 minutes. That's a new record for me.
Stephanie. Stephanie. Why were you at school?
Well, some kids were calling Walter face.
Fitz? Were
That
you
didn't
one
work.
of these some
It was ass.
kids?
The whole class was going out, 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 out.
Well.
Stephanie, let me tell you a little story about your uncle. Stephanie. When I was a kid, everybody used to call me Stephanie. It'd be a good idea if you call and apologize.
Me? Call face?
Yes, you call Fitz. I want to go track down Duckface phone number.
Hey, Danny, what's going on?
It's
Look, he's out of town tomorrow.
this is a real raw version, but
Yeah, me. I'm me. And I could use the publicity.
publicity. I could use the publicity.
Joey. Easy. Joey, I'm just having Joey. You got the job. You got the job. You were this close to getting your waxed.
All right, come on, Steph.
All right, thanks, guys. That'll go through. That version has already changed a bit, but you got a good taste for it, and I certainly have left the best still unseen. The crux of that episode is still has yet to be revealed. Thank you so much for everything. Don't go changing, and if you do, don't half-ass it. Freak out. Go nuts with it. You know what I mean? In other words, if you're going to go changing, no half measures, Walter. You know what I learned? Walter? You're an amateur, Walter. No half measures. Mike, you'd accuse me of... Jesse! Okay, anyway. I love you to pieces. Take care, brush your hair. And, yeah. I'm going to tighten it up for next time, folks. I'm just going to put it out there. I'm going to tighten it up for next time, okay? This is a bit, loosey-goosey, but, you know, I've never incorporated my actual identity into any of this shit. So, might as well go hard You really got a fucking healthy dose of my personality. But I've got a lot more to say and show you and do. And I hope we can do it together. Do you think we could do it together? I'd very much like that. I would love that. If we could do it together. You know. Like teamwork. That'd be really great. Yeah, I like that. I wore this great shirt and I didn't even show it. All dressed up, nowhere to go. Jesse, if you leave now, you get nothing. Mr. White. My impressions are all off tonight. I'm way better than that. Put me on the spot.